Recently released on Netflix, They Cloned Tyrone left me pleasantly surprised. The movie's intricate and powerful story, combined with its film-style cinematography, outshined even some episodes of this season's Black Mirror. The deliberately confusing yet intriguing ending left us with lingering questions. Let's delve into the movie, recap the plot, and break down all that it has to offer. So without further ado, let's jump right in. In this explained ending, be prepared for spoilers. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. As we approach the movie's ending, we witness Fontaine and Slick Charles executing a daring plan to rescue Yo-Yo from the hidden lab beneath the Glen. Despite constant government surveillance on the neighborhood, they managed to stage Fontaine's supposed demise, fooling them into believing a cloned version of him was created, sparring the real Fontaine's life. He infiltrates the lab, taking a scientist hostage to facilitate the rest of the plan. With the path cleared, others from the neighborhood descend into the underground facility, wreaking havoc and liberating the captive clones. During these events, Fontaine faces a doppelganger, Chester, in a gripping one-on-one battle, leading to an unexpected outcome. The true version of Fontaine, now much older, stands revealed. The movie concludes with a blend of ambiguity and unanswered questions, prompting us to ponder its true meaning. Stay tuned as we embark on this journey of exploration and decode the enigma behind They Cloned Tyrone. The movie aimed to promote unity and discourage divisions among people. A significant revelation occurred when it was disclosed that Ronnie, Fontaine's brother, had been killed years ago. While Fontaine retained some fragments of that memory, he was unaware of the complete truth. Ronnie's death was a tragic incident involving a police officer, and he did not receive the respect he deserved in his passing. This event deeply impacted the original Fontaine and motivated him to seek ways to bring people together. The original Fontaine's primary objective was to prevent others from experiencing the same hardships endured by his late brother and himself. This aspiration led to the creation of the cloning program. The program's underlying purpose was to promote racial and cultural assimilation over generations. This process involves a minority group or culture adopting the values, behaviors, and beliefs of the majority group or society, either partially or entirely. The film emphasized the idea that assimilation was preferable to annihilation, suggesting that preserving valuable cultural differences was not as important as fostering unity and losing distinct identities over time, according to original Fontaine at least. Across generations, the government sanctioned a troubling cloning initiative with the aim of promoting unity. This initiative sought to have people of color gradually adopt different values, behaviors, and physical appearances, which was a deeply problematic endeavor. The use of mind control further compounded the issue, revealing the government's true intentions. The opening scene, featuring a smiling white man on a billboard, clearly indicated the agency's biased direction for the cloning project, with slogans like "Unity starts here" and "Striving together towards peace." The project was built on deceit, projecting an outcome that did not align with reality, but rather reflected the government's beliefs. The initiative had clear racial motivations, mirroring certain corners of society in the world that perpetuate similar harmful effects. Towards the end, Fontaine became aware of the true consequences and invoked the phrase "Olympia Black," granting him control over the clones' minds. In a crucial moment, Chester killed the scientist version of Fontaine who had intended to harm him. Simultaneously, Slick Charles uses his clone to save Yo-Yo from imminent death. Ultimately, the presumed original Fontaine managed to break free and swiftly eliminate Nixon, preventing their mutual destruction and resolving the crisis at the film's conclusion. The movie's climax occurred when the project was exposed to the news, gaining nationwide attention. The movie seemingly concludes, possibly with the characters preparing to leave the Glen, but then it faded back and to reveal a different clone version of Fontaine, starting a routine similar to the previous one. This new clone noticed his resemblance to a freed clone appearing on TV, identified as Tyrone, finally giving meaning to the movie's title in the closing line. Throughout the film, it was mentioned that various communities of clones existed across the country, including places like LA and other major cities. This ending suggests that this particular scene might have taken place in one of those mentioned locations, hinting at the possibility of a sequel. However, I think that the movie stands well on its own and delivers a powerful message by itself. Turning this movie into a series might dilute the impact of its message. In general, I found the movie to be quite excellent. Watching the trailer and hearing the hype from others made me watch it ASAP. I appreciate the unique style that sets it apart from other films, and the decision to shoot the movie on film was also an amazing choice for the visuals. The movie's harsh and grainy visual style aptly portrayed the exploitative and challenging environment the characters were entangled in, highlighting the rough edges of their predicament. The dark grading, coupled with the strategically placed illuminated lights, created an ominous atmosphere, providing strong support to the well-executed sci-fi elements in the story. Visually, it was a mysterious and captivating experience, and for me, John Boyega's performance stood out as the best that I've ever seen from him. His portrayal of a broken individual mourning his brother and grappling with the haunting revelation of being a mere clone was truly convincing and compelling to watch. The actor showcased an impressive range, playing multiple roles from the main clone, Fontaine, his older original self, the loyal companion to Nixon, Chester, and Tyrone at the end. Jamie Foxx's portrayal of Slick Charles was hilariously brilliant, and his chemistry with both John Boyega and Teyonah Parris was exceptional. He effortlessly adapted to different tones while providing much-needed comic relief without overdoing it or making it feel cheap. Teyonah Parris also delivered an outstanding performance, depicting a character determined to assert herself and transcend the limiting perception that others had of her. The character's unwavering determination to fight for her beliefs was deeply ingrained, making her somewhat happy and optimistic ending all the more satisfying. The movie's pacing was skillfully executed, with the initial quarter being fast-paced and choppy, followed by a slowdown as the characters underwent revelations and came to terms with their mission of dismantling the organization at the Glen. Addressing heavy topics and themes, the film delicately handled these subjects through a medium and genre not commonly known for exploring such matters. The experience of witnessing these powerful themes in a digestible manner was both captivating and thought-provoking, as the movie maintained the weight of its message without faltering. Contrary to initial expectations based on the synopsis, the film turned out to be exceptional, leaving a long-lasting impact. I think it's an essential watch, and its significance shouldn't be underestimated. What are your thoughts on this movie? Did you understand it after watching it? Feel free to leave your comments below, and remember to subscribe for more content.